Hello, everyone, and welcome back for week 5. My apologies on this. It'll be up before 9. I'm just finishing this up now. It's closer to 7 right now. I had a couple notes. I got all the messages and stuff of you guys that were dealing with some of the memoir stuff. Summary and outline, guys. It's been the last couple of weeks. I'm still coming out of this, and it's going to kind of set me back this weekend, coming into the weekend. But I pushed the final draft date to Wednesday. Anybody still working on those? Keep going on them. Don't worry. If, as I said on here, summary and outline. I've been dealing with this stuff. I'm just getting past this on this lung infection. I'm done with the antibiotics and stuff. I'm just still dealing with these medicine. I get whipped by halfway through the day again right now. So, but in any event, I'm working on making sure those are all posted. I do have almost all of those finished. So today and tomorrow, I should everybody else is up for the summary and outline. And then a couple students, I had diagnostics that weren't viewable. I have those. So those will be posted up over the next few days. You should have everything else accounted for on those. Remember, with the rough draft, that's just credit based. You're not waiting on that. So submit your final drafts on those. I'll be looking over the rhetorical analysis, summary, and outlines that were submitted. And now this week, we're going into the 5th week. So you're going to have... You're working your way here now. This week, rhetorical analysis, you're going to be doing the submission of that. And please note, we're going to have the discussion board is going to open up. You're going to have one more discussion board that opens up for rhetorical analysis. It's going to have a review of this. So while you're doing these, you'll do a rhetorical analysis for the draft due on the 11th. This is talking about this availability on here. That's going to be for your actual discussion board, not the actual draft itself. So you're going to see on the 11th here. It's one of the things I still had to change because of some of the things students were still working on. Rhetorical analysis. So the same thing we did here with memoir. You're going to be submitting the rough draft this Sunday by 11:30 p.m. You'll be putting one in there and in the discussion board. Copy and paste there. And then again, just like with the memoir, how we had the lapse into the next Thursday. So by this Sunday, put the rough draft in with the rhetorical analysis into the Dropbox by 11:30 and into the discussion board, and then make sure by the following Thursday, which would be the 11th is Sunday, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think it's 15th or 16th. So by the 16th on there, let me see, double check that before it'd be by the 15th. So make sure that by the 15th, you've also responded to and reviewed to classmates. Then next week in the 6th week will be overlapping between summary and research points and the final drafting of that rhetorical analysis. So stay on top of those, okay? Make sure that for those of you going into these, rhetorical analysis, rough draft, note on here, I blocked this out about the direct quote. I don't need one from those. Just make sure that I have a clear YouTube commercial that I can watch. And that you've gone through these documents, you filled out your summary and outline, and that you're doing a rhetorical analysis of the rhetorical devices. Most of you, I looked over them. The only ones that you got, those of you are off. Most of you guys should know the rhetorical devices that are prominent in most of them are imagery, music, celebrity spokesperson or presenter. Those are prominent rhetorical devices. Those should be the topics of your body paragraphs for most of you. So it'd be, imagery, everything that you see would be body 1. Body 2 would be music. For those of you who have music in there, remember those are rhetorical devices that are used to make the intended audience see things and react emotionally, logically, or to an ethos appeal. So for those of you who have those sports ads that you sent me where you have a celebrity figure like LeBron James or Serena Williams in the ad, that's a celebrity presenter, so that's an ethos appeal. That might be another body paragraph. You only need 3, but most of you have the same ones. You have imagery, you have music, celebrity presenter or spokesperson. A doctor or scientist in the thing would be another type of expert. That would be an ethos appeal, but that's based off their expertise, those kinds of things. And then a couple of you had voiceover narration was a rhetorical device. Some of you actually had a couple of other things that are kind of in that way, like captions was one of yours that was very clear that one of the in imagery, in addition to the images themselves, there were also captions across the screen regularly making a point in the film or in the ad. Just remember, those are your primary ones, the things you should be talking about there. So I'll get to the feedback on those two to make sure that you have clear understanding of anything to address on those. But for the most part, 17 out of them that I've seen, no, 14 on your class so far that I've seen, they're all heading in the right direction. Just some of you are a little bit off on the device you're talking about. Okay, so for this week, make sure that you read these over. This posting here will drop off when this video posts up. I'm going to leave this up for right now just so everybody remembers what I was talking about there. Finalize your submission with the final draft on this. If you want it, if there's any change you still needed to make and you see that you have 2 days now, go ahead and make those changes. You can submit another draft on the final one there if you need to, okay? But you'll have until Wednesday night on those, and that way, those of you who had problems with I had a couple of you that had tutoring situation problems, some work situation, a family emergency. I just said approve on all of them. You can have until Wednesday to submit those, okay? So nothing will be considered late till 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday. And again, if you want to do any type of revision, go right ahead and do a revision and give me a new one. I'll just go with the most recent draft that's submitted. And then for this week, you're going into the rhetorical analysis rough. I appreciate the patience on some of these things on those guys. I'll get the rest of those points posted up for you guys that have been active and respond to more of the discussion board things and post those grades as well. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. If you have questions, remember, message me up here in instant messaging. This must be new. I just got done with messaging back and forth with you guys about an hour ago. So just make sure that you're using this and not trying to email me before we've had communications here. All right. Excellent work on memoir so far. What I see on rhetorical analysis is looking good. I hope everyone here is doing great and you had a good time over the last week with some little bit of vacation time. All right. I look forward to seeing those, and I will touch base with you guys later on in this week with some feedback, and then for next week's video on Monday.